Where this week, former US Vice President Dick Cheney was in the firing line over revelations of a top-secret counter-terrorism project which he concealed even from Congress.
Yes, sir.
Concealed even from Congress.
Yes, and this latest news has now intensified the debate about whether people like Cheney should face criminal prosecution for authorising torture.
Yes, and when it comes to torture, another person who must be sweating in his boots is this man, John Yoo, the chief legal architect of torture under George W. Bush. This is the guy who justified torture as enhanced interrogation techniques.
Yes, and now that he's not with Bush, John Yoo lectures in international law at Berkeley University. So as keen students of his work, we thought we'd attend one of his lectures.
I've got one question. How long can I be required to stand here till it counts as torture?
I'm really sorry about this, people.
If this is open to you, it's very uncomfortable for me, I can tell you.
It's not the point of the class. You're coming out of time.
I love to move, but every time I do, my balls get buzzed.
I'm going to class now, I'm afraid. I'll give you a certain amount of time before I report it to the security people.
Non-class members need to leave now.
Okay.
It's a private classroom. Excuse me, out.
Let's understand, first of all, the background of this, Ed. There was a Freedom of Information Act case that the legal team here and at other agencies were very convinced was not winnable. That there wasn't going to be a way, in any way, shape, or form, to continue to hide these memos. I said this in response to a question, I believe, either Thursday or Friday. What makes this country less safe is not the existence of enhanced interrogation techniques contained in a memo. It's that the world sees America and the values it holds up differently because it employed those techniques. The president, and I think what's most important to understand is the President of the United States, in one of his very first acts as president, firmly banned the use of enhanced interrogation techniques in dealing with prisoners.
You talk about America's image around the world. The president has talked a lot about that as well. What signal does it send the world if potentially people in the Bush administration, I stress, potentially broke the law? This administration is now saying we're too busy. There's a lot on our plate, obviously. This argument's been out there, but we're not going to. You said we can't look back, we want to look forward.
Right, but
what signals that send?
The administration didn't say they were too busy, Ed. The administration on the second day of a very busy day, in a very busy week, in a very busy 100 days, banned the technique. Right. Okay? I mean, let's understand. Hold on.
Before, just turning the page.
Give me a chance to answer your multitude of questions. I understand. I'm glad you've rephrased it. The president took the extraordinary step of stopping these techniques from ever being used, again, as part of his administration. The president does believe, and the Attorney General said quite clearly, that those that believed in good faith that these techniques had been declared legal by the Department of Justice should not be prosecuted. The president also believes that rather than looking backward and fighting this backward, that it's important to move our country forward. That's what he signaled by banning the use of these techniques, and that's where his focus is.
You're saying the people in the CIA who followed through on what they were told was legal, they should not be prosecuted. But why not the Bush administration lawyers, who, in the eyes of a lot of your supporters on the left, twisted the law? Why are they not being held accountable?
The president is focused on